guys, Travis Cook here at Learning How to Think. And it's the 23rd of July 2020, and it's the day before Mask Day in England really kicks off. I mean, we already had public transport, but now we've got the mandatory mask coverings coming into supermarkets and shops and banks. And I'm seeing a lot of resistance to this, which is really, really inspiring. I am actually very proud to be British at the moment, just after going through some of the comments on this Daily Mail article and seeing all of the people who are just not having this, not happy with this, talking about how they're not going to be wearing a mask and they're going to not comply with this, and businesses, I suppose many businesses are going to not enforce this. And technically, it's up to the police to enforce this, but there'll be shops that won't care. There'll be some that would just let you in without a mask, which is great because this is just getting ridiculous now, and this is just how we do it. We just say, no, actually, I think you're wrong, Mr. Government body, person, entity, whatever you are. This is going too far. This infringes of my human rights. This infringes just on my intelligence, on my common sense. This is actually just really stupid. I mean, the numbers are all going down. Everything's going down, even if you believe the official figures. And now, for some reason, we want to have masks. Does this really feel like anything about the virus at all, guys? Even when the government themselves, in one of my previous videos, I show how the government themselves say that the masks are basically useless. So they are useless. So why would this be rolled out? And at the moment, I feel like there is a bit of a battle happening in our government. There's like two forces that are sort of, each one's getting like their own laws out at different times, and it's all really chaotic. I think that's why it seems like such a mess looking from the outside, because at the moment it does fit. There's like one side gets a policy out, the other side gets a policy out. Although at the moment, I think the swan's still pretty deep here in the UK, or very deep here in the UK. So hopefully the balance tips more in favour of the good guys. I'm really rooting for that. Yeah, but I think that's why it seems so crazy, guys, because it's just, at the moment it's just, there's no care anymore. It's just go, go, go. Especially, I think, even though this is in the UK, a lot of what's happening is built up towards the US election as well as Brexit. These are two very big things happening for two very powerful countries at the same time. And, yeah, so I think it's a big part of that. Of course, there's many other reasons, many other countries and different stuff, but that's too big part of it. So I think that's why it's all being going for now. But I think the good guys are starting to get more control, so they're starting to get their laws up. The darkness is starting to get their law, and it's all just ridiculous, So that's why I think it's so crazy. But I'm very, very, very happy and inspired to see people in the UK just saying, no, we don't agree with this. We do not comply. And it seems people really, really are waking up like super fast speed right now. And it's like, I remember I'd look on articles on mainstream media sites, and you'd always feel like you're in the minority. Like the people that are trying to wake people up who are clearly on the awakening journey, like exposing conspiracies or whatever. They would always be in the minority, and everyone would be giving them huge downvotes or whatever. And that sometimes still happens. Now that's sometimes I see articles and there's a majority of people who are waking up on there, or it's people that are asleep. It does, but I never remember seeing the side where there's like mainstream media article, big support of people that are waking up. So I have some examples here of comments from this article, and the article is a Daily Mail article, and it was actually a really good. I didn't actually read too much of the article, honestly. I just read the bullet points, and then I read a bit of it, and then to the comments. And that was where I was really impressed. I mean, even the bullet points were like, thousands of stores in England are not expected to enforce the new rules on face masks from tomorrow. The number 10 faces possible U-turn amid confusion and mixed messages from ministers over where they are needed, etc., etc. So it does, that fills me with a lot of hope, just reading that straight away, because people aren't buying it in the UK. There's already a great graph that shows that people in the UK already just didn't want to wear the masks. They were, compared to other countries, and there's only a few countries on this graph, but the UK just wasn't buying along with it. We didn't want to wear the masks already. And when I'm looking around in the shops, I didn't see anyone wearing masks. So Yeah, I was very, very happy about that. But then these comments on this article, right? So there's one from Peter. And the madness of the rule is that while the virus peaked and infection was likely, face masks were not recommended. Now infections are few, they are. What sort of message does that stand out? It's a silly waste of resources and an inconvenience. That's got 2,141 likes to only 104 dislikes. And then there was another comment underneath that, which I quite liked as well, and it says, "Oh, for goodness sake, for 99% of people this is just a mild illness. If it was anything different, people would be dropping dead in the streets." Apparently now they've changed their opinion of those asymptomatically infected individuals, and they think that they are much less likely to transmit the virus than those who develop symptoms, which actually makes sense. Well, yeah, of course it does. Plus, where are the medical waste bins being placed? Has anybody seen any? With all these apparently infected masks around, those filthy things will need disposing of safely. We are going into flu season shortly, and wearing masks will have a massive impact on your immune system. So good luck fighting off the common cold this winter, people. You all have just jumped on the wear a mask bandwagon without any idea of the implications to your own health. Nice. I'm liking what I read, and that has 38 likes and 6 downvotes. I mean, just as a comment, a reply to a popular comment. So that's good. Shows you people are waking up, huh? This is on a mainstream media article. And okay, so the next one that I really enjoyed was from Oceanus Britannicus. "I will not be going into any shop that tries to make me wear a mask." Straightforward, blunt, I like it. Straight to the point. You know where this guy is. And that has 1,707 upvotes, but it's got quite a few more downvotes this time, 494. And there's a person below it saying what one of my friends is saying, and I imagine a lot of people are saying right now, which is sad for retail. But there's a lot of people who now are considering shopping online instead of going into the shop physically, which is it's a great workaround, but it's not very great for the high street in general, you know, because businesses have been locked down for so long, and they finally, you know, the retail hospitality finally just gets back going again. Everyone's starting to get back into the swing of things and feeling like, actually, yeah, it's okay. I mean, some people have been feeling that a lot longer, but, you know, more people are starting to be like, oh, actually, it's all right. I can relax. The world's not going to end. Everyone's not going to die. And we're just, you know, people getting back into it, and then bam, they come back with the masks. And why do you think that is, guys? Because people were starting to relax. When people are happy, relaxed, intelligent, and informed, they are much harder to control. When people are scared, sick, uninformed, and, you know, just totally closed-minded, they're very, very easy to control. So when you look at the globalist agenda to control people, you'd understand why you want to keep them in fear. Now, I'm not saying that our government is totally in line with that, but for a long time, a big part of our government definitely has been playing their part in the globalist agenda. Thankfully, I think the globalist agenda is falling down very fast, and we're seeing signs of that possibly in our country, where there's the good guys are fighting the bad guys, and it looks really fucking weird on the outside. That you know, this is just my opinion on what's happening. Okay, and so we have a couple more interesting comments here, and so this one from Jonas Q. "The whole mask situation is totally ridiculous. Please, people, wake up and don't fall for the pseudoscience junk. The more liberties we hand over, the more they will take from us. Next, it'll be wearing one everywhere we go. That's what we are gearing up to do, folks." And that's got 1,309 upvotes to 208 downvotes. And then we have a very powerful comment here, and this is from JF888, and he goes, "I'm selfish," in capital letters. "This is dedicated to all the brainwashed sheep and those in a coma. You force others to inject themselves with dangerous substances to alter DNA so you feel safe. You force others to cover their source of oxygen for months on end so you feel safe. You force others to lose their jobs and retirements so you feel safe. You force others to stay home so you feel safe. I haven't asked one person to do one thing, and your list is long and endless." Wow, can you feel the passion and power in that? I certainly can. Another comment, and this will be the last one from this article that I show you guys. just very clearly says absolutely pointless to wear masks, and this is from Sean, I think, in Kent, or C1 in Kent. They hinder speech. So it's absolutely pointless to wear masks. They hinder speech, and many people do not wear them correctly, and they are uncomfortable to wear. Simple. That's 1,009 upvotes to 185 downvotes. Looks pretty good to me, for a Daily Mail article. I'm very happy with that. And so there was also one of the Fox News clips that they have. Fox News had actually been pretty good so far. I mean, I've only just recently started tuning into them. I always assumed they were just the mainstream media, not worth paying attention, and apparently they used to be, but now they've switched, from what I've been told. But Fox News has been pretty good, and there was one from In Graham. I can't say her name. In Graham? I don't know. The beautiful blonde woman who's on there, and she has great the angle. She's very good at putting her opinion across. And the video is What They're Not Telling You, and I screenshotted part of this that was talking about a study showing the effectiveness of cloth masks, and basically it just says it's totally useless. I just thought I'd throw that in there, and you guys can go and check that out when you like. So it's very inspiring, guys, actually, to see all of this. And so tomorrow is the mask day. I wonder how it's going to go. Talking with one of my friends here, and I'm thinking I'm just going to see how much I can not comply and still survive. You know what I mean? I'm not going to bother causing. I don't want to be aggressive to the shop staff because it's not their fault. But I don't want to just simply comply and roll over and accept this. Because, there's a couple of people I speak to, like in the streets or whatever, and they're like, but we have to do it. We were told. The government told us to do it. So that has to be fought against in some way, shape or form. But it's a very, it's a delicate process because you can't force people to wake up. But you can be an example and you can show them perhaps why this isn't the right thing to do. Maybe why you disagree with it, and you hit them with facts and just do it in a calm way. And then if they refuse you entry into their shop, well then so be it. That's all you can do. I think I'm imagining a lot of the supermarkets it's going to be pretty hard, but who knows? I mean, it's supposedly only the police can enforce this, but I think the shop has the right to refuse you entry into their store. But we'll see how it goes. And it's not the end of the world that this is happening, to be fair, but it may seem like a minor thing to some people, but if you understand how government authority works, is they will just keep pushing and pushing and pushing. And it's all to do with this terrible control system which is falling apart all over the world right now. But it's like a compliancy test. It's seeing how far they can get away with trying to manipulate people to go against their actual, what their body is telling them, what their common sense is telling them. How far can you get people away from their true self, from their true being, from their humanity? This is kind of what it is. So if this sounds a little bit too far-fetched for anyone listening to this video, then I would just, there's a lot of research to be done about the deep state, the globalist system, and all of that kind of stuff. Because there is a war going on right now. And whether you like it or not, this globalist group, cult, whatever you want to call it, psychopathic paedophile death cult, has declared war on the people of this planet. They did a long time ago. I don't know when, but they have declared war. We are at war. It's open and cold at the moment. It's not like the world wars we had previously where people are it's like an information war which actually leads to physical consequences and could possibly lead to physical war. And at the moment, some places are actually, there always seems to be a war happening somewhere, right? People are getting shot and killed. But it doesn't have to be like this. It really doesn't. But we are in a war, so we have to act like it while still maintaining a happy, positive vibe and enjoying life. Because that's very important, because your vibe is where you make a huge impact in this world, as I mentioned earlier. We are at war, and this war is happening via very secretive means. It's happening stealthily, but people are waking up to it, which is great. But we do need to fight, and we need to be strong, and we need to be healthy. I mean, physical health is so important right now. I mean, even with the virus, you can see that people that are already sick succumb to the virus. But to be physically strong, to be healthy, to that will help you in this battle. The knowledge and all of that stuff, because we need to, and then just get. Again, I think I mentioned this a couple of videos ago, but if you feel like you have a message for people, just get it out there in any way, shape, or form. It's amazing. It sort of builds up, this like resonance chamber, this echo chamber of all these people coming together and uniting and saying similar things, and it can be so powerful, guys. So I'm very excited for tomorrow. I'm very excited to see how the UK handles this. I may document my experiences on how it goes, trying to not wear a mask, and see if I can find some people to talk to. Maybe some. I'd really like to find some shops that aren't enforcing it. So I'm going to hunt around for some of those in my local area, and going to do the work on the ground and bring it forward, and make it happen, guys. And just a big shout out again to the lovely British people for inspiring me to continue fighting this fight, just from seeing that there are many people out there who feel the same, because sometimes it can be hard. Sometimes you can feel a bit disheartened, you lose in the battle, but then you just get another wind of inspiration and hope, and it's like, nah, humanity is amazing, and we are going to wake up. So, until next time, guys, stay strong.